opportunities and/or events are intended for educational purposes only and are not intended to override, modify, misrepresent, or take the place of the guidance and advice of your medical care team.
Hey everyone, my name's Amy, and I happen to be a student at the University of Arizona in their online program for nutrition. And today, I'm partnering with Roadrunner Food Bank's Healthy Food Center to be able to bring a video series on high blood pressure and nutrition. So today, we're specifically going to be talking about how to read a nutrition fact label. And this is really important because it can help you be able to figure out what food is the healthiest option. So let's get into that right now. So this is a nutrition fact label for a bag of tortilla chips. We're going to be using this as our example for how to read a nutrition label today. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the serving size. This is pretty important because the serving size might be different than how much you actually eat. So if you look at this bag of chips, there's listed as 2 serving sizes. One of them is the entire bag, but the other one is only 11 chips. Now, you're gonna want to ignore the grams measurement because that's kind of challenging to try and figure out. Just primarily look at the main serving size that is listed. This is really important to know because on the rest of the nutrition label, it's gonna be referencing back to that serving size. The second thing we're gonna be looking at is the number of calories that are listed. Now, the number of calories is again related to the serving size. So if you check out our nutrition label from tortilla chips, you can see that in 11 chips, there is 150 calories, but in the entire bag, there is 400 calories, and that is a pretty big difference. Every food label that you come across is going to list how many calories are in that food. The third thing we're gonna look at is the percent daily values. So over on the right-hand side of your nutrition label, under the calories and serving size is percent daily values. This is the percentage of a specific nutrient that you can get from this specific food. So that means if you look at sodium, for this package, you would be getting about 7% of how much sodium you need in a day just from 11 tortilla chips. However, you'd be getting a lot more if you ate the whole bag. One important thing to know about percent daily values is that if something is close to 5% or less, it's considered low in that nutrient. However, if something is 20% or more, it's considered high in that nutrient. So this is one way you can check to see how much sodium is in a food. The fourth thing you're gonna wanna look at, well, the front of the package. On the front of the package, they'll have different nutrition terms labeled on there. Things such as high in this, low in that, so on and so forth. And many of these terms are actually regulated by the FDA and can help you figure out which is a healthier option. So some of the ones that you're definitely going to be wanting to look out for are the following. If something says salt or sodium free, it has less than 5 milligrams of sodium per serving. If something is very low in sodium, that's less than 35 milligrams of sodium per serving. If something is low in sodium, it's less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. And each of those are great options if you get the chance to pick them because they are much lower in sodium than their competitors. Things that say reduced sodium are at least 25% less sodium in them than the regular product. Something that happens to be light in sodium or lightly salted has at least 50% less sodium than the regular product. Something that says no salt added or unsalted has no salt added during processing, but they're not specifically sodium free. And finally, low cholesterol means 20 milligrams or less of cholesterol and less than 2 grams of saturated fat. So I hope these terms will help you pick out a healthier food option. So today we learned how to read a nutrition fact label. We learned that you should definitely look at the serving size of the food that's listed on the package, because it might not be the same thing as what you'd prefer to eat. We also learned that each nutrition label has the amount of calories that are in that serving listed on it. We also learned about percent daily values and how if something has a percent daily value of 5% or less, then that's considered low in that nutrient, whereas if it's 20% or more, it's considered high in that nutrient. We also learned that there are specific terms that are often on the front of a food package that are regulated by the FDA and can tell you some good things about those products. All right, so I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching the video today, and remember that at the end of each of these videos, there is going to be a short quiz that you can complete listed down in the description box. This is just made to help you review what we went over in this video. Also, there is a PDF linked down there with notes from all of these videos in this series so that you can keep them. All right, see you in the next video.